we are live with the GTI series with their season opener. We have 7 cars here today. It's a decent field. So we're going to be doing 1 pace lap, and once we get that done, we're going to go green. It's a night race, so the yellow flag's out. I'm just going to drive, I think normally that should do good for pacing. So I know how slow this thing is. I need to make those Z4s a little bit quieter, I think. A little loud. Just balance it out. It's been a long wait for GTI series to get back. Last time was at AIC back in December. It's been about almost, I'd say almost 4 months since then. But they're back. We have a couple cars missing, but that's okay. Just keep on going. We'll start qualifying anyways. Sorry, my car's just being slow. That's alright. You guys are going to hold speed at 80 miles an hour. I'm just going to drive on. This thing is so slow. Right here I'm doing 100. So again guys, 80 miles an hour pace speed, 80 miles an hour pace speed. Back off so I could get out of here. Once you guys hit the chicane, the green flag will be on. I'm just going to cut the chicane though, so I don't have anything to worry about. Green flag, green flag.
Oh yeah, I got the quality button ready.
As the field of GTI cars comes on by. Seven of them. Is going to lead us off. I just realized that the board has not been reset, but we'll stick with it. It's already too late. I'll be watching shuffle slaps manually. Shuffle goes a little bit wide. Twin Turbo V6 got to slide on by. As Shuffle closing in here on Twin Turbo V6 down the back straightaway on our first timed lap here. Shuffle closing in. Cars now making their way through the bus stop chicane and through it. We'll see how this times look. A lot of them with cuts. Twin now coming across the line. Does not have any major improvement, but here is Shuffle crossing through the line. They have not gotten in quicker. 129 though that they've set, so we'll mark it as that. It's not about a lap yet, so we'll look for a 1. And Blue Gen has set a 130.258, so I remember that one on the stream. A little bit of a mix up there between Arizona and T7 Jake as they make their way over. Lower the volume. The Z4 very loud here. That's right, I don't have a first person with Eris's view. A little bit of a corner cut there. Eris is without much experience, and Eris is loose. Eris is around. And they're going to get back going eventually. So we look, Shuffle has actually overtaken for the lead from Twin Turbo V6 through oval turn 2. Now down the back straightaway side by side. Twin is going to pass by just a bit. But Shuffle still right there on the inside. Side by side. Into the chicane they go. Let's see what the time is out of it. Twin Triple V6 was your winner of the Super Indy race. Meanwhile, we look at the time. That's a 109.979, sector 1 for Shuffle as they make their way through turn number 4 around the oval. Onto the front stretch they go. And Blue Gen is actually having a great time. Let's see if Shuffle can improve upon their last lap. Yes, they are. Quick time, it's a 1:28.833, just about a tenth faster than Twin Triple V6. So overall, very quick there. We also have the GTI guy, Nicolaus himself. Both leaders going wide in the pack. Blue Sonic Chen, you can see in third. Meanwhile, Shuffle falls just to the tail, but he's a little bit deeper on the brakes. They cross over side by side. Now, as they make their way out of the infield, Twin's going to take a wider exit than Shuffle. The board for Blue Gen has stayed, I think, a 130. We haven't had about a lap yet, so I'm checking. Side by side between Twin Triple V6 and Shuffle as they make their way through the backstretch into the chicane 1 once again. Nearly halfway done with this qualifying session. Looks like both of them might have just about cut it. Shuffle's got a cut, Twin does not. If you look at Blue Sonic Gen to see how they're doing, they're green on their first sector here. So there is a chance there for Blue Gen to set a lap faster than he did in practice. That's what I'm hoping for. And neither of them are going to improve. How about Blue Gen? Yes, he does. He does have a faster lap. That will be scored. That's a 1:29.317 that holds off third place as of now. Twins now through the breaking point. Has made up a bit of a gap between him and Shuffle. He's just been pushing as hard as he can these last few laps. He's currently second on the board, but he does... I might just say he has just about the pace to get on by. But time is running out. We're about halfway done here. Tire wear is going to become a factor later on in qualifying. That does beg the question if people aren't going to do pit stops here, which if you are, I would appreciate if you could do a pit stop properly. But up to you. Side by side between Shuffle and Twin Triple V6, nearly there. Yes, it is, basically, although Twin is peeking out just a bit ahead. There's a bit of rubber banding going on. Twin is made up about a car length by the end of the straightaway, but Shuffle is going to get it back into the chicane. Both of them now going out the chicane. We're going to see if they got corner cuts. Twin looked kind of close there, and it was a cut. Meanwhile, Shuffle at a purple sector 1. They make their way around turns 3 and 4 around the speedway. Now making their way through into the front stretch. Can Shuffle improve upon himself? Twin crosses the line. This one's not going to count. But how about for Shuffle? Shuffle will come across the line and it's even faster. It's a 1:28.676, top of the board. Another quick time there for Shuffle. They might be able to hold pole. That's a lot. That's about 3/10 that Twin's got to push up, which he's just not been able to even beat his last personal best, although his last lap was an invalid one. It was actually faster, but it was not valid, so that could be the difference. See if he gets that one by the end of here. He is still ahead of Shuffle as far as pack lead goes. It's going to be the guy, big guy that determines how we're going to look towards here. Shuffle's going to cut through the corner. Twin. Twins now making his way down the backstretch. I don't know if he's got a cut or not here, but this could be an interesting factor towards the race. He does go through the cones. And neither of those times are valid. I believe they got a cut. Now, I think it was okay in the Super Indy race because someone was enforcing it, but I will enforce not to cut through the cones this race. You'll get 2 warnings, and then third one will be a penalty. So. It's fine during qualifying, though.
I was impatient for that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine during qualifying, but just don't cut through the, tire pits or something cheesy like that. But during the actual race, I will come to being a little bit more strict about it. Now, the board has not changed all that much. Arisneta has yet to set a valid lap. They've been just kind of struggling here to get something going. And, well, they're making their way through the backstretch. So is Arisneta going to carry it on? Well, Arisneta does have a valid first sector. It's not a great one, but it will get her in without too many issues. Back to the battle at the front. Twin and Shuffle making their way through the chicane. Shuffle cuts out. This lap is not going to count, as it's not going to count for Twin either. As it looks, we'll be seeing the white flag in the air once you guys cross the line. So once you guys cross the line, the white flag will be in the air. That's going to mean 1 to go. That's going to go for everyone. If you do get overtaken by the leaders this lap, then it will be your final lap, but we'll see if that does happen or not. Here they go now down the backstretch again. If you guys are going to cross the line about here, you're still going to head to your white flag lap. It's only for the leaders and everyone behind. So this is their last time around. Shuffle's going to go wide, so this lap is null. How about for Twin? It's all or nothing here for Twin. He's got a lap that is valid. I don't know, it's going to be too much faster. It all depends on how he does here. They make the way now down into the front stretch. A checkered flag is going to come out. And Twin Turbo V6 will come across the line first and be the pack leader. He goes top time, quick time. It's a 1:28.199, just at the line. Once you guys cross, you're going to come into your checker flag. So just do a little return back into the pit lane. Once you do that, we'll line up in order. Blue Gen, you're done. Blue Gen, you're done. Blue Gen, you're done. Blue Gen, you're done. East 951, T7 Jake, you guys are done. So, make your way over to the line. I don't know if anyone's still coming out through the track. That is Jason there. Jason, is he on the valid lap? Yes, he is. Jason runs a high line through the speedway trying to carry speed. And the checkers are out for Jason. Does improve, but not by position. The last person here is Arisneta. Will Aris have a chance to get a valid lap here? Arisneta coming over to the line. The checkers are out for Arisneta. This lap will put her in the 6th place ahead of Jason. So let's head back to the pit lane. I'm gonna do 2 laps here. The order in the pit lane is gonna be Twin Turbo V6. Behind will be Shuffle. Then we're gonna do Blue Sonic Gen, T7 Jake, East 951, Arisneta, and Jason. We're gonna line up single file, but when it comes to actually pacing, on the last lap we'll do double file. I have a plan. So the first lap is gonna be single file just to figure things out. Again, the positions are going to be Twin Turbo V6, Shuffle in 2nd, Blue Sonic Gen in 3rd. 4th is T7 Jake. You're going to line up here, by the way. East 951 in 5th, Arisnet in 6th place, 7th place is going to be Jason. So with that in mind, I'm going to start clearing off the non-racers, and Kaze was not there to practice, so they're not going to race. So, qualifying's done. I don't even know what car they drive, so. I'm going to start clearing off
What
cars.
car are they driving?
Yeah. See, I haven't made a car for them, they're not racing.
I don't see a Ferrari.
Are they in the BC?
Yeah, what? Kazoo. Yeah, they're in the VC. They just joined.
When they join? Okay.
Like just now.
You can join from the back of the field. If you have problems with pacing, you're going to be dropped to the rear. Or parked,
I'll
so
bring them.
you can teleport them. I'm going to start clearing out the rest of the field. Remember your pit boxes. Since I think...
Aris Netta said, "Can I get refueled?"
Yes. East is doing it, okay. Kazi's just here to watch, they say. So.
Thanks BBG East.
I'm gonna put Eris's other car in the pits. But one thing I want you to do is when you get into the car, just like I don't know, like some sort of system to make it fair. Well, I guess you are transferred from one car to just, I don't know. We'll see how it goes this time. If it becomes a problem where, you know, you suddenly just gain a huge advantage because you just swap cars, we're just gonna, yeah. By the way, the cut limit for today is gonna be 30 cuts. You might be thinking that's very strict. That's actually a lot more lenient than the Super Indy race was. And if you just get, if you get one lap, or if you get one cut per lap, you should be okay. So, if you don't, you'll get a 10-second time penalty. And also a reminder that on these cones, so there's a couple things we're gonna keep in mind here. On the turn before the hairpin, the first hairpin on the infield, which I'm not gonna teleport you guys, but I'll just tell you guys about. There is a cone there. You're not allowed to cut until you cross that cone. Believe it or not, there actually used to be cones, you know, before that, or that you were further up. So, once you hit the dotted lines, you're fine, but do not cut. It is a barrier in real life, but it's not. Just don't cut through there. We've put a lot more lenience in the area, so it should be a lot easier. Same thing for the chicane. So first incident will be a warning. Second incident may be a warning depending on the severity. And third incident will be a 5-second penalty. If there's like a very if it looks pretty accidental, I'll be lenient about it, but or if you don't gain time really off it, I'm not gonna give you shit. But I've noticing a lot of people from the last race have been cutting through the cones, which I don't want to have to put barriers there because I know that would make the experience a little bit more annoying. So just don't be cheesy. We're waiting on Eris to get to your car. Eris is not in her car. We're gonna have a 3rd lap race here. I also need to set the corner cuts, so we're not ready. By position, we are fine, but I am gonna need. Whose car is that you're driving? Is that Jake?
It was Kazoo's, but they left.
Oh, here. I'm just gonna delete it. I'm just gonna delete it. Hop out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to delete that.
Go catch it, Robo. Go fetch, Robo. Go fetch.
Man, fuck you.
And then. And then whose McLaren is this?
East, no. Top.
It's like a pink.
That's
Red.
Eris's. Yeah, so she's on console, so
Okay.
she's not gonna be able to refuel normally. So, I have her car out. But yeah, we're just waiting on Eris to get to her car, and East, so just stay in your car if you want. Alright. Alright. I think everyone is gonna be ready here. We're gonna do 2 pace laps. We're gonna have a 3-lap race. I feel like you're hiding zone. Just a little bit down. Go in the car ahead of you goes, lights are yellow. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go through here, go through here, go through here. Just to make things a little easier. But yeah, the corner cut over here. If you just blatantly cut through it like this, that will be a 5-second time penalty, no questions asked. That is pretty intentional. But if you like just slightly cut it, it'll be a warning. Keep on doing it, will eventually lead to a 5-second time penalty. So you don't want to do that. The way you can undo a time penalty, which is not including for cuts that are like, you know, already done. If you get a cut from that, the way you can undo a time penalty, I'll just have it for this race, is that you guys are gonna, if there's a caution, you could head to the back of the line, and you'll have your 5-second penalty undone. It doesn't matter, like, you know, if the person's a lap down or not, but if you start behind that person that's a lap down, if there is anyone, that's, so you gotta be like from the back to undo a penalty like that. There's multiple people that do that. You can do a lucky dog system, so the car that's further ahead could do that. I think. We'll see. We'll see. Just try not to cut them. Last thing I also want to say is that let's see. We're gonna have a 2 wide pacing coming up next lap. We'll start doing it once we get to the chicane. Lights are also supposed to be yellow on track, so I'll do that. So it'd be cool if you guys could do that. The pace speed will be 80 miles an hour, which I know that's a little bit slower than the Super Indies, but these cars are quite a bit slower than the Super Indies, so I think that's a little bit more bearable to their pace range. So once we...
Are you on green this time?
Next time. We're just making sure that laps are all ready and stuff.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Alright, can you guys start heading double file? Need Jake up to the outside. I need East down to the inside, Eris to the outside, and Jason in the back. Alright. I need twin up. So we're gonna do a system where you are technically allowed to pass before the line, but you cannot jump a start. So if you overtake before the green flag, that will be, you'll have to give it back or you'll be penalized. So just don't do that. Just know if you get a better start than the car ahead of you, you can gain a spot or 2. So we are gonna go 60 miles an hour through here now, just to kind of control things. Fella, can you try to manage them and make sure everyone's pacing right?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to focus on driving here. Go in the middle lane.
It looks good. The purple one? P2 move up, yeah, looking good so far. Yeah, just keep like this until I'll come back and look at it.
I'm gonna hold 60 here. The lights should be out on track. So be aware. Thank you. Once we exit the infield, I'm gonna start accelerating, but I need you guys to only go up to 80, okay? We're gonna go up to 80 once you guys hit there, and after that, we're going to hold your pace. Alright, I'm gonna go up, you guys go up to 80, that's it, alright? About to get past. Goddamn. Just hold 80. I also don't recommend redline because you're gonna use up your fuel. So just try not to be a goober. I'm gonna accelerate as fast as I can out of here.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good. Robo's trying, guys. Robo's trying.
Trying to get out of here. And you guys are gonna be holding 80. I don't know how it's gonna look like through the chicane, but it's okay. As for cuts, Twin has 3, but I'll fix that.
Okay. You have 4 of them, by the way.
Yeah, I know because I just cut through the chicane.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going 125. I don't think there's any more speed in this thing.
Alright, guys, looking good. Looking good. Keep it like that. Remember, watch the lights on top. Watch the lights on top of the screen, not the ones on track. I'll fix those right after.
Hold pace, hold pace, hold pace, hold pace. Do not go yet. My car just teleported into the ground. What the fuck? Anyways.
It does that.
Yeah. Outside row up, outside row up, outside row up, outside row up, outside row up. We are not clear to go. 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 What the fuck just happened to Jake? You guys are not pacing right. Shuffle's too far behind. So, Jake pulls in.
Jake left.
Jake left.
EDC'd.
EDC'd or something. So that's one reason, but the other reason was because you guys weren't pacing right. So that was on shuffle for just not getting up there. So we're gonna go without a pace car. The pace car is actually out of commission, anyways. It sank into the ground. Seriously, like it did. So we're gonna wait for Jake. Jake has 3 laps to rejoin if he's not back by then. We're gonna assume he's parked. Yeah, seriously, it's sunk into the ground. Got it out though. So with that in mind, you guys can move up 1 spot. So that means East can be in 4th. Arisneta is going to be in 5th place. Until Jake, unless Jake can get back in time. But we're just gonna try.
Be a little thing popping off.
Yeah. Were you spamming it?
Yeah. It fit in, so.
You should not spam it. Yeah. Okay. We need Arisneta to move up to 5th place. We're good on that aspect. We need Shuffle up. Shuffle needs to move up. Shuffle's too far behind. Shuffle's good there. Jason needs to move up to 6th place. Twin needs to move up. Twin needs to move up. Shuffle go down. Slow down, Shuffle. Slow down, Shuffle. That's Shuffle just being too fast. Jason, head to 6th place, please. Well, let's try to get this one right this time. Fits all of our cuts, too. Shuffle, move up. Again, if you're on the outside, you're going to have to go shuffle up, shuffle up, shuffle up. You got to go faster if you're on the outside. Can't be going slow. A little too quick there, Shuffle. A little too quick. Balance yourself. You could hold it like that, I think. Yeah. Twin up, twin up, twin up. Twin up. Shuffle, shuffle back off, shuffle back off. Not that much, not that much. Re-yell another lap. Shuffle to the rear of the field. You can't pace. I need shuffle to the rear of the field. That was the second time he caused a start. Yeah, it's just... We're going to do this single file this time. And we're going to put shuffle to the rear, because I don't think you're in the right position to pace. So... Yeah. Just go, just go. Just go. Alright. It's those critical moments where we have to be line up right and you just were too far off. So, when you straighten out, you want to go in around 80, but like otherwise, you look like you're just going like too fast or too slow. And don't hit the brakes like that. Like at that moment, that's a no-no. Just remember that. It's
Change
okay,
all
though.
laps -1.
No. It's just part of the race. So it's a 29 lap race. Hopefully it'll go green this time.
Is Jake located in like Texas or something like that? Texas or Kansas? Does anybody know?
He's from Illinois.
Oh, okay. So about to say, because we're getting some thunderstorms here in Oklahoma.
Jason, back off from Arizona. Arizona, go a little bit forth. Okay, we're good. Jason, a little bit more forth. You're good? You're good? Okay. So a reminder, you guys, once the green flag goes, it's okay to pass the car ahead, but try not to do any tricky business. I'll be watching for that. The flag is under your control, by the way.
Alright, alright.
Green flag. Sorry, I pressed 2 at the same time. And did
You're good.
Jake join? No, he did not. So he has about one more lap to join before he gets parked. Unfortunate. But Blue Gen and Nice about to go side by side here. Actually, looks like Blue's gonna stick ahead. Shuffles made their way up through the field with a really good start there. Had a bad part, which was being second, but also being put to the rear. Now, a reminder to you guys that this will be 30 cuts. Now, hopefully that will allow a little bit of leniency to have, you know, a couple extra laps. But yeah, Shuffle's inching up closer to East 951. They're gonna have the big build up here. They've been saying they've had a lot of D-lag, but they still keep on pushing through. Meanwhile, could you check just for the next like lap or two to see if Jake joins? Because if he does, he could join. But he'll be like about to stay out of being lapped. Okay, this is the last opportunity for Jake to join. Shuffle's already past East, now closing in on Blue Sonic Gen. The two Ferraris side by side, blue versus red. As they make their way through the infield, Blue's going to take the inside away from Shuffle. Shuffle around the outside, getting clear of them. They carry a little bit more speed. Shuffle has cleared from Blue Sonic Gen, but Blue Gen's still within a car length here. Can they close them in? We do know that Shuffle's a man on a mission. He's a man hunting down that Dodge Viper, but he hits the wall hard. Blue Gen's gonna pass by. East 951 also hits the wall. So there is a lot of speed lost during that. It's a tough mistake to make here. So, meanwhile, Twin is going to hold us off. Arisnetta might be closing in on East 951, but she goes cutting through the grass. So those cuts, she's already almost 1/3 through the penalty. So that could be an issue. But they are, meanwhile, starting to close in on East 951. And Shuffle's opportunity to close in on Blue Sonic Gen has been happening here, little by little, as they make their way through the infield. That blue Ferrari, you can see them just once again closing in on Blue Gen's car, and the GMG machine definitely might be a significant threat. Now through the next hairpin on the infield. They're about to make their way to the exit, and Shuffle's close that gap down here. Blue Gen goes a little bit wide. They touch the wall. Shuffle down the inside. They clear Blue Sonic Gen. They got more speed, so they're going to get away with it. And unfortunately, with that being said, T7 Jake will be considered a DNF. I did DM him. I told him my condolences, RIP. Of course, about the race. It's never fun to see that happen, but it just looked like he just turned. He just couldn't undo it, and it looked like he had an internet outage. That Twin is pretty good about his corner cuts here. And he always has been. And Shuffle, well, they started from the back of the field, but they are going to push their way all the way up. They've gone up to second. They might have a chance of getting up to first. Look at the board. The Twin actually set the fastest time overall last lap. That was a 1:28.098. Only just barely beat out Shuffle. He was purple by quite a huge margin on his first sector. Sector 2 wasn't as great though. But the GMG Ferrari is going to have to push like hell if they want a chance. Twin, meanwhile, in his green and yellow Dodge Viper, has been making the namesake for the race so far. He's been pretty much winning every race he's entered. A couple exceptions being, well, last weekend when we were with the Rots mods, he did lose that one out to Gearum, but he did turn things around just a couple hours ago with the Super Indies. That might be a recurring theme here. Twin crosses the line for the 6th time here. And it's actually starting to extend its gap. I'm going to try to see if there's any battles going on here. As East 951 has pulled off. Arisneta pulls into the pit lane. Might we see history repeat? Last year there's only 2 finishers in the race. We see Arisneta pulling in. She might be pulling off. That leaves us with 4 cars out of the original 7 entries. And Aris has, in fact, quit. So that leaves us with our top 3 and Jason there for position. Seems like Aris is not in for the long run. Pretty big cut there by Shuffle. Legion's going to go a little bit wide there through the infield. Alright, well, not a lot of action happening here, so we're just going to let you guys loose here. As far as cuts go, looks like Shuffle is about one. It's about even there, but Blue Gen is about 1/3 the way through. We're nearly 1/3 the way through the race, but that might be something that might come up later on. They are running third, so it wouldn't necessarily affect them too much, though that would take away a lot of their chances to win this thing. Here, Blue Gen slowing down. Or I think that's Jason. I heard one of the Ferraris going slow. That looks to be Blue Gen. Looks like they've changed their strategy to just survival here. They get loose. Might just be tires wearing out. Board with 246 here. You see him making his way through the chicane and out of it. Not a lot to stop this guy. Let's see what the lap looks like from 20 POV. He makes his way through the front stretch. Hear that red revenue just about being hit here. Crosses down into turn number 1, down. He does a little bit of a tightening radius turn though. See Jason just up ahead about the potential of the lap. We'll see if he comes up towards the end of the lap here. Let's switch to turn to the infield. That's beautiful, that's it. Looseness there. Of course, Twin is a controller user. We'll go wall top onto the wall, but here we go now. Onto the overturn. Back onto the oval, out of the infield, and the back stretch is going to take the inside lane and passes back up. Try getting advantage here, touching. Jason's just getting close to him really quickly. That's why there's a hit. Just keeps it tight. Jason's gonna get out of the way. Whatever it takes, and that's Jason, I believe, put a lap down.
Probably your Miata back.
That is one lap there, but Twin Turbo V6. What were you saying?
I said your Miata's back.
My Miata's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we got to said Jason taking a pit.
Yeah, Jason's pulling either into the pits or is he pulling in? We'll see. Looks like a pit stop. Hopped off his car, gets back in, make sure to press sets. Jason's going to pull out of the pit lane. So there's Jason pulling out. might be a bit of a gap closing in there. And in fact, it is there, about 1.2 seconds separating the two. Reminds me a lot of when I was in this exact situation just just a couple hours ago. Same type of deal. Twin was leading, I was closing in. I cracked under the pressure, but oh, well, that's an interesting interpretation of the track limits. I'm gonna look at the cuts there. Shuffle's closing in there, also to a penalty. Meanwhile, Twin only with 4. So you guys are gonna probably want to be a little mindful of the cuts here. It's pretty early on in the race. Shuffle, you're about 10 cuts here from the penalty, so I want to watch it. Looks like Shuffle's been pretty desperate here to catch up. Was he desperate enough to hit a penalty? Here's Shuffle now through the front stretch. How is that gap going to really carry this lap? It has backed off quite a bit. Did not help to get loose like that. I think Jason's just been staying in a single gear. That's great looking at it there from Twin. How about Shuffle? Shuffle is staying a little bit conservative and out of the wall. Stays towards the curb side, so. But as far as laps go, looks like the lap times haven't dropped too much. And despite the 13 lap old tires. Not much difference here currently, just watching the field. Go back to non-born 20. Just been an upward battle there for Shuffle. Again, they've started all the way in the back, but they've pushed all the way to second. They've been kind of holding it there for the last bit. We're about halfway done. This would generally be about the area where you may consider pit stops. I do believe these things actually do need pit stops now. So we'll figure that one out. As far as laps go, though, it doesn't seem like there will be really much of a need for one at this current moment. Curious if the same tire issues from last time are still prevalent when the car's fine and suddenly the tires just die off. Here's Jason about to drop, I believe, 2 laps down. So Shuffle will soon follow that trend. Jason now wedged between 2 leaders. Oh, what the hell was that, Shuffle? Alright, that's a warning for Shuffle there. Yeah, that's a warning for Shuffle. Bit of a big cut, but yeah. Let's look at the current cuts that we have on track. So Blue Gen and Shuffle are both really close here. You guys might want to be a little watchful. 7 cuts for Shuffle and 6 for Blue Gen. I'm currently chilling with 4 cuts, and well, we know something Jason's the best at. That's not getting cuts. He's got 3, 4. Just right there. I'm sorry, but Jason's been a pretty clean driver today. And Twin goes into the pit lane. He's clear. The Shuffle follows suit. He stays out. Shuffle will take the lead. How about Blue Sonic Gen? Okay, back your car up a bit before we leave. Okay, back your car up just a tiny bit. Okay, good. And Blue Gen is clear. Blue Gen, you're supposed to stop at your pit stall. Do a drive-through, you'll be fine. It'll take a 5-second. It'll count as a 5-second unless you take a drive-through. Just keep on pushing. You lose more time if you try to get normally. Just go. Blue Gen, you could go. And Blue Gen has a tire. They did not exactly get a good pit stop. Not going to take the chance at a podium. Looks like you got a pretty good chance of it, but if you want to pull off, that's okay. Okay. That means Jason, if they keep on holding themselves together, may end up getting, depending on if he, I believe he's okay, but we're like, We have 3 cars left in the track. Jason is 2 laps down, but if he gets 2 more down, he'll be parked. Maybe we see a situation like last year where only 2 cars finish. We're very close there. Something I was wanting to prevent, but it might happen again. In fact, actually, there's Twin, so... Twin did their pit stop. Shuffle's not yet. Yeah, you're gonna want to make sure if you do a pit stop, you're gonna want to get it done right. I do believe fuel might be a factor. Got 21 seconds here though. And Shuffle gonna try to calculate something here. So Blue Gen is retired. That leaves us with 3 cars. And fairly spread out field. So we got 10 laps to go here. And Twin's got fresh tires. I don't know how Shuffle's doing lap-wise. They're not looking that bad lap-wise. But fuel could be a very big factor. That could definitely negatively impact this outcome. We're kind of just going to wait on that. Also waiting to see if he gets a penalty or not, because he's got 24 cuts here. 6 more and it's it. He does have 10 laps. So, a lot of things going on for Shuffle. Will he be able to win though? And if so, then I'm going to have to cut the amount of fuel. I hope not. But and there is Shuffle making the way into the pit. Make sure you go into your pit box. Don't do it bleeded. Oh, you want to back up? Back up, back up. That was not a good pit stop by Shuffle. I usually practice these things. Alright. Alright. That was a bad pit stop for Shuffle, for sure. Looks like he went for the all fuel, no tire strategy. Twin is taking a minute for the lead, so he's probably going to hold off for second. So a bad pit stop is what changed that one. You guys need to practice your pit stops. Actually, Daytona's one of the biggest pit stalls too, so it's probably a place to learn. So it seems like Shuffle's just going to hold off, probably just to get second. Does have that guarantee, which will definitely impact the season standings, given that there is a lot of races left. Even just finishing this race could mean the difference between a championship or not. So we'll see. It's probably what's going on between all their minds. It's going to be a huge points day for Jason, if he could pull it off. Not a lot left to stress Shuffle anymore. Probably a bit to be frustrated over. Alright, that's warning 2 Shuffle. Well, you did slow down, so it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. There's 8 laps to go here. We'll be watching from Twin Triple V Sits again from the onboard. So not hold on, I'm going to say that his on-track driving is something else. Definitely something to behold. 7 to go for twin triple V6. We're just watching at this point. For the most of it's been reduced to turning laps. It's gonna go a little bit wide. Shuffle your one cut from a penalty, though I wouldn't exactly say that's gonna do too much. It could mean a bit though if there is a caution, so do be aware. Never know if you know if Jason runs out of fuel or something like that. Just check it along though. So next time by we'll have 5 laps to go here. I gotta appreciate Fellow for being the trip that he has been this past weekend. Alright, 5 laps to go here. So we are about at the end. Four laps to go for twin turbo V6. Also, 10-second time penalty for shuffle. That's not going to really affect you though, unless there's like a restart. But we'll see. So I believe everything at this point is pretty uniform. Pretty confident to say the twin will probably win this. Pretty good challenge actually, probably. So we're now 3 laps to go here. It's pretty much just trying to get to the end of the race at this point. Alright, 2 to go for twin turbo V6. This is 2 to go here. So not quite white, but 2 to go. Twin now makes its way onto turn 1 on the speedway. Now down to the backstretch. And so far it's pretty much held a pretty steady lead. 15 seconds, actually 25 technically, between him and Shuffle. So we'll see this one last lap here. As fella, if you could do the honor, white flag is in the air. This time by. So that looks like it's over. The white flag should be up in the air. Here's the winner. About dead by now. Now makes its way through turns 3 and 4. GTI race winner will be twin Triple V6, as you can see we're coming across the line. Twin wins here at Daytona. Shuffle is now making their way onto the front stretch, and they have held up here. And Shuffle will come across the line second place out of survival. Jason's the last car out. Yet to complete a lap. Let's not pass him yet. Jason just needs to cross the line, and he will come across the line as a podium holder. Jason now makes his way out turn number 4 onto the front stretch, and I believe it's the first time in a couple of weeks that Jason scores another podium here today at Daytona. Alright, Twin, if you could head on to the victory lane, we'll get you a photo. I would interview you. I don't know if there's a lot to talk about this race, but there has been a couple of races to talk about this week. So how's this weekend as a whole been for you while we're at it? About the
So far, yeah,
Good.
so far, it's been nice. I was trying to redeem myself from last weekend, from last time out around here in the oval as well, by not winning half the races. So, just trying to make a clean sweep weekend, which it seemed to be successful so far. I think this might be my first one, so I'm really happy about it. Where I won every single race I competed in over a weekend, which is really nice. Well, yeah, just really relaxing race, honestly. I gotta say, this car sounds absolutely amazing. Like, I could literally have this as like bedtime music or something, just like ASMR sounds of this. It's just like, it's a good sound in like a relaxing way. I just felt like just really just so really relaxed during the whole race because of that. I feel like if I were to compare them to other cars, like the Super Indy's just screaming loud, which is nice as well, but it's not really gonna get your mood kind of relaxed. And then Formula Micros obviously are like inline 4 cars or V6s, so like those ain't really gonna sound good. But yeah, this thing's just like, it has like a diesel V10 type of sound. It just sounds so nice. That's kind of what just helped me cool down during the times where Shuffle was a bit closer to me. But I gotta say, this setup's honestly solid. Like, I like it. I don't mind the understeer too much anymore compared to the first time I drove it. But I gotta say, this setup's really good. Like, it's more of a top speed setup than anything else. It's like, I think 5 miles an hour faster than like anything else, but it's a little worse around corners, but I don't mind that. Since the setup kind of just goes for me. Yeah, I mean, you probably know there's not much to talk about for the race.
Yeah,
but,
half the people hold off, but
yeah.
That was a good sweep. That was a good sweep this weekend. Let's see what you do next week at Sebring. I know you're hyped for that one.
Sebring?
Yes, we're going to Sebring.
Shoot.
Yes, sir.
You might want to nerf me for that one.
Okay. Coming over there with
I've always been really good at Sebring. I mean, every single race I've been in, like, you know, RSCA 2.4 hours of Sebring, I've always been really good. Like, I've came up from like the back of the field to take like 2nd and 3rd places before. It's like, yeah, I might want to nerf you for that race. Just saying.
All right.
If I show a lot of pace during qualifying sessions and stuff like that for practice, but yeah.
Okay.
Definitely one of my favorite tracks. So, yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
Peace. A lot of W's this weekend. I feel like probably the funnest race for you was probably, as much as you hate to admit it, probably was the Rotsmonts. So that was like the only one where there was actually like a battle for the lead. Actually, I think Indy between me and you was pretty good. I don't know. We never talked about that one though. So, anyways, Shuffle is still there. I'm gonna mute you, but I'm pretty sure it's early morning, so you're probably not gonna speak. So, in the chat, if you'd like to explain today's race, you had a bit of a rough start. Gonna get to pacing. Not really your fault, but had a drop to the rear, and it was a bit of an uphill battle. But you did come up in second, all the way from the rear. Can happen. What is for sure is that this is a big points boost for the season. So, yeah. That's definitely for sure. A bit bumped about the, a little bummed out about the micros, probably because you had to miss that one, I remember. So I knew this race to regain confidence of it. Yeah. I might consider running this at like 10 a.m. It seems like a lot of Europeans can't race this. So, I might do a poll to see what times people want to run. I mean, yeah, but maybe you do, but I'm not sure. Alright, well thank you there, Shuffle. Well, we got one more person, that is Jason. I'll probably still, if you say stuff, I will still read it. No problem. So Jason here, that is a top 3. So that's a pretty big W for NH Motorsport. How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. It's just kind of turning laps, I know, towards that race, but overall, still a podium will definitely help you in the point standings. Technically speaking, right now, you are 3rd place in the GTI standings, so that's something to keep in mind coming up to next weekend. So, how you doing?
It feels great to be in the 3rd place again.
Yeah. So when was the last time? I know it was pretty recent. I think it was like a week or
Quad
two.
mod at 2022.
Really? I swear
Yep.
I thought you got a podium like this year. I don't know what class it was in though.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I don't know this year. I've been like getting this listed in top 5 or top 10.
Mhm.
So it was this year and 2022, but I don't know about 2023. But you can check anyway.
All right. Is there anything you want to say coming up to next week? Again, we are going to Sebring next weekend.
Oh. Looking forward to it.
All right. Yes, everything's doing the road course that does road courses other than Stock I4. It's that's gonna be. I'm probably gonna let you guys figure out when you guys want to run them.
Wait, I thought Stock I4 only for ovals.
They're gonna have one road course race at Hoosier Speedway. That's like a special event though. It'll be the full track too.
Oh.
So, probably gonna put up some test cars. Okay. What is technically notable is that this will probably be one of the more free weekends. Like, I'm not gonna be too busy because of how spread out the schedule will be. Like, Bronze Mods on Friday. I could run the sports cars on Saturday. Like, I could run maybe I could run GTI and
Also, I don't have work on
Mid-car on
Friday
Saturday.
next. Oh, well, but I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I
Saturday
was
could be
saying
pretty
next
nice.
next Friday next week I don't have work because every year the school have Good Friday month. So yeah, basically I don't have to go work on Friday next week.
All right. That's good to hear, man. I might be a little busy though. All right. Well, that's gonna finish it up for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Yes, sir.